If you're a parent of a child with autism, the word sleep may have a completely different meaning to you. What used to seem like a time to relax, recharge, and dream has at one point become an all-out war. Your child doesn't sleep or gets up at all hours of the night, which means you don't sleep. You don't recharge. Frustration kicks in. Stress takes over all aspects of life, and you want nothing more than a full 8 or just 5 hours of uninterrupted sleep. We've been there. My wife and I spent the better part of a year taking turns. Whomever was tasked with the overnight routine would find themselves fighting with our son multiple times a night. He would be wide awake at 1 o'clock in the morning and want nothing more than to play or sing or just be active doing something. Now, when a child with autism wants to be active, they aren't thinking about it in terms of quietly playing independently. Nope. Lights on. His voice volume cranked as high as possible, just trying to get the entire family up for a freaking party. If you're watching this, chances are you've experienced or are experiencing the exact same thing. How can it end? What can be done to help your child actually sleep all night long? That's what we cover today. Welcome to this episode of Special Education Parenting Tips. There are 2 specific products on the market today that many families turn to when their child with ASD refuses to sleep during the night. We will cover those. First, let's discuss some very simple bedtime routines that, if tweaked, can make a big impact quickly. Number 1 is sleep environment. Make sure the room is dark as possible, quiet, unless your child does better with a sound machine or a fan based on their sensory issues. It's cool there. No one likes to sleep in a hot environment. Number 2, their specific bedtime routine. Make sure it's void of all electronics. These items can be stimulating. Make sure it's predictable or scheduled, that this routine is short, 20 to 30 minutes, that it includes relaxing activities like reading a book or listening to quiet music. Make sure that their sleep and wake schedule is consistent, that they fall asleep alone. Now, teach this skill early. We still struggle in this area. We often find ourselves in our son's room until he is sleeping. This is an important skill for when your child wakes at night, because everyone wakes briefly at night, but we're typically able to put ourselves back to sleep quickly if this skill has been developed. Number 5 is exercise during the day. Children who exercise or play outside tend to have deeper sleep and fall asleep faster. But do not exercise too close to bedtime, as this will have the opposite effect. Avoid caffeine. Now, this may seem obvious, but anyone who takes caffeine before bed knows that it has a tendency to really mess up your sleep schedule. Number 7 are naps. Now, preschool-age children tend to nap, but make sure it's not too late in the afternoon. For us, we eliminated naps for our children when they were just about 4 years old because, well, they'd go to bed a lot later at night. Yes, I know some of these seem obvious to you, but by a show of hands, how many parents have at least sometimes allowed your child to play on their tablet right before bedtime? I have. I, for one, am very guilty of that. Now, there are 2 different products I want to cover. These products have shown great results for some children, not so much for others. Why is that? Because every single child in this world is different, meaning different things will work for different kids. First, one item that works great for many children with autism: a weighted blanket. A weighted blanket is designed to allow children and adults with sensory challenges to feel a subtle pressure on the body, which helps relieve anxiety, stress, and brings about a sense of calm. For our son, these didn't work. He was more fascinated with trying to maneuver the glass beads inside the blanket from one end to the other than he was to use as an actual blanket to cover himself up. For us, we found success with our second item on the list, a compression blanket or sensory bed sheet. This blanket is made of stretchy type material and wraps around the mattress. It's designed so children can snuggle up underneath the sheet and feel the same pressure as the weighted blanket, but without the fun glass beads. Our son loves his compression blanket, and it really seems to help him stay asleep. Look, the bottom line with sleep is simple. You need it, your child needs it, and there is something out there that can help. It may not be what has worked for our son, but keep trying to find something that does work for your child. For us, the compression blanket and modifying the bedtime routine made a big difference, but the problem was still there, just a lesser degree. Eventually, we spoke with our son's pediatrician, and she recommended we try melatonin tablets for a while to help him get into a pattern of sleeping through the night. We researched the living daylights out of this suggestion and found there are potential side effects. However, we made the decision we felt was best for our family, and that decision was to try it. For us, it was the right call. But only you know what's best for your family. If you've tried all of these things and nothing seems to work, keep researching, keep asking. It took us almost a year to find a combination that worked for our son, but we did not stop trying. Also, if your child is struggling to sleep, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Self-care when dealing with sleeplessness is absolutely vital. We made a video on this exact topic that you should check out if you're feeling burnt out. You got this. It will get better. And there are people out there who have already been in your shoes. Seek their guidance, do your research, and the path will develop specifically for you and your family. From all of us at specialedresource.com, thank you for watching this episode of Special Education Parenting Tips. We'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Please take a moment, give us a thumbs up. Your support means the world to us. If there's a specific topic you're interested in, please leave a comment. Until then, enjoy these other videos designed to help parents navigate the crazy world of special education. Thank you.